Slan everybody, I am Corvus Bruxo Luggenikos and this is Starting Out Solitary. I'm your Wednesday host, and this week we're addressing the topic of witchy reference book or books. Sticking strictly to witchcraft, it's not like I have many reference book or books because basically I'm kinda new to the path, and also I don't have many printed books and I don't have many modern witch authors that I stick to or refer to on a daily basis. I have the ones that kinda shaped or introduced me to this path. And I also have some references for paganism because, as many of you well may know, I follow two separate paths. One is a magic spiritual path that is witchcraft as a practice, as a working, a craft, and the other is pagan reconstructionism and polytheism, which sticks to historically accurate material, or try to. So yeah, also I don't read many books in general, and I usually tend to rely on folklore and history rather than what modern minds might think, even though some authors are very resourceful. They don't completely stick or fit in my mindset and my spiritual practices as to follow them almost blindly, which I have nothing, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It doesn't suit me in that aspect. But yeah, I have found some books that I refer to quite often or that have been a reference for me. There are actually three of them. The first one is this one. The titles are in Spanish. Well, two of the titles are in Spanish. This is by a historian who is specialized in Hispano-Roman history, and he used this specialization to study pre-Roman stuff as well, because there isn't such thing as a specialty in pre-Roman stuff in Spain, which is kinda ironic, but yeah. This Diccionario de las Religiones Prerromanas de Hispania, which is Spanish for Dictionary of the Pre-Roman Religions in Hispania, which was the name that Romans gave to the province of the Iberian Peninsula, modern Spain and Portugal. They called it Hispania. That's why the Spanish name of Spain is España, coming from this name. So this is basically a dictionary type of glossary about pre-Roman stuff in Hispania. It encompasses both Celtic and purely Iberian stuff, but this has been a reference to find local gods and spirits for me for a long time. This author is already dead. He's very old, but he was a pioneer in Celtic, Iberian and pre-Roman in general stuff in Spain. So he's a big one that we carry in our hearts. Some of his theories and interpretations of theonymy is very old-fashioned, but yeah, he's still a reference for me, and I still rely on this book a lot to find new theonyms of local deities. Now we go for the witchy path particularly, and I have this one. He is a folklorist, Caro Baroja, and this is Las Brujas y su Mundo. Literally it means witches and their world, but I think it was translated to English to the world of the witches. And basically he does like a rough study of the practice of witchcraft and magic in general in the world, and particularly in Spain throughout its history. he doesn't stick to Spain particularly, but he focuses quite much in not only Spain but the Basque Country. The Basque Country, in case you don't know, is a cultural and historical region in northern Spain, the Pyrenees, and there's also a part of that culture that permeates southern France. They have their own language, their own history, their own folklore, very, very different to those of Spain and France. So they're an entity of their own, and I have a part of Basque heritage in me. Actually, my second surname is of Basque origin, and basically this is seriously, this is a jewel for those who want to smoothly dive into the world of Spanish witchcraft and particularly Basque witchcraft. This is a jewel, seriously. I often refer to this book and I usually go back to this book to remember what he thought about certain Basque trials and witch trials in Spain, which weren't many, but there are some of them. And this is seriously a book that I cling onto a lot. And the last one that has been shaping my craft lately is this piece of art that is Veneficium. Veneficium basically means poisoning, or the art of poisoning in Latin, and it's how some traditional witches or dark witches refer to the art of using poisons in witchcraft, inflicting ointments, to enter trance, to curse, to heal too, because the poisons can be healing, even though it might sound strange to the profane mind. Many poisons are in small doses pain relievers and stuff, so they're very useful. This guy is from a sabbatical craft group, I believe, but his insight on poisons within witchcraft is like very attuned to my mindset, and he was one of the reasons that I started studying witchcraft in the first instance, because I started to become interested in poisons within magical craft around the world in general, but especially in Europe, in medieval Europe. So yeah, it's very cool. Basically, what's cool about this author for me is that his idea on how the consumption of herbs and particularly poisons affects us and our relationships and friendships and alliances to spirits is very attuned to how I perceive animistic magical working, and that's why I use this book particularly, but any of his books, as reference. I have hardly tried poisons in my life, but I'm about to use them soon enough, and this is the reference that I'm having for a lot of things, because our practices are kind of alike in many ways, even though he follows a completely different tradition than I work with. So, like, mythologically, sort of speaking, we're different, but in the core of the practice we're pretty alike. So yeah guys, that's all for today. Please tell me what you think in the comments down below, and we'll see each other next week with another juicy and interesting topic. Sorry, my English is going backwards. With another juicy and interesting topic, as always in this channel. Thanks for watching guys, till next Wednesday.